Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, is the 8th game in the series developed by Toys for Bob, published by Activision, and releases October 2nd. Oh, the mighty tale of the world's most danger-stricken marsupial is back, with the latest entry into one of the most popular platforming series from the last 20 years. Before we get into the plot of this new installment, some context for you. Getting my PS1 back in '96. Wow. When watching VHS videotapes wasn't just for the strange man who lives at his mum's next door. Crash Bandicoot was regarded then and now as one of the greatest titles on that platform, and to this day, our beloved Australian scruff bag remains one of the best things to ever happen for Sony. The story of Crash is one that traverses time, space, and Aku masks with 7 previous games in the main series. Originally conceptualized by the team at Naughty Dog, who you've probably heard of thanks to Nathan Drake, aka Indiana Jones dressed like he's tidying the garage, and The Last of Us, Indiana Jones being chased around the garage by a team of portobello mushrooms. Nods to Crash and his legacy have even popped up in these very games, such as the Easter egg in Uncharted 4, and he's even cameoed in popular series such as Skylanders Imaginators. With the success of the reimagined Insane trilogy back in 2017, it's no surprise that he's back with a brand new bang. Let me summarise the series for you today, albeit rather quickly, as there's a lot to get through, and most of it involves looking gormlessly at interdimensional messaging from squashed Dick Dastardly. So it all kicks off Island of Dr. Moreau style. Dr. Neo Cortex, Dick, and his minion, Nitrous Brio, use an Evolvo Ray to mutate animals to make them strong and smart. Crash is singled out to be the leader. He's zapped with a Cortex Vortex so that he can be controlled by Neo, and they quickly realise, this was a bloody stupid idea, wasn't it? Crash escapes, but his captive love interest, Torna, doesn't. So he goes on a mish through Insanity Island and has to take out an array of bosses, most of which look like they were dreamed up by the Wachowski brothers after a space cake party. Honestly, deranged kangaroos, a mafioso potteroo. It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and all the toons have used the dip as bong water. You save Torna, beat Cortex, and leave his castle burning aboard his airship above the islands. So Crash 2 comes along. Cortex strikes back. It goes down the let's send Crash to a warp room and have him gather crystals to stop the world from imploding avenue. But they're clearly pulling a fast one. They abduct him whilst he's trying to charge his sister Coco's laptop. I'm serious. And Warped, number 3 in the series, is the same, but rather than beaming to different locations, Crash uses the time-twisting machine to travel through history, and we learn the ultimate enemy is a mask thingamajiggy called Uka Uka. Crash defeats them, traps them in the time machine prison Superman 2 style, and for some ungodly reason, Cortex and Dr. Entropy are now infant children. They've turned into babies. I told you. Space cake bongs. All the games in the series continue from where was left off, and Crash 4, It's About Time, is no different. Here's the plot. 2 years later, after crashing on a meteorite, the villainous misfits are still baying for Crash's blood. Uka Uka grows so mad that he inadvertently creates a tear in time and space, stay with me, which leads to a world he has unfinished business with from previously trying to conquer. However, it's not exactly stable and fluctuates, leading to different dimensions and eras. Cortex and Entropy bin him off, leave him stranded and escape. He is mad, like really mad. Understandably. Aku, the good mask, who's sworn his allegiance to the Bandicoot clan, is overcome with bad vibes and rushes to let Crash know that something terrible is afoot. And of all places, whilst he's napping on Insanity Beach, where we first booted over a box of apples next to a family of unsuspecting crabs all those years ago. Full circle, baby. Full circle. Travelling to new places, time periods, and odd environments, such as towns overrun by the undead, Crash is on the ultimate journey to secure the 4 quantum masks, spiritual relics powered by different magical abilities which can only realise their full power when connecting with a host worthy of it. Aku, of course, offers invincibility for short periods. We know that one. But there's also now Ika, who can flip gravity. Kapuna Wa can partially freeze time, and Lani Lolly can phase objects in and out of reality. But the most important mask, the Big Badger, is Akano, who spins as fast as a tornado, can thrust you high into the air, and allow you to sail down onto areas of the map otherwise impossible to reach. This opens the door for a ton of opportunities for Crash, and throughout the story's course, you'll collect 26 unique character skins that you can use anytime throughout. The game then spans across over 100 levels ranging from hazardous wastes, taking players to the year 2084, or Salty Wharf back in 1717, and everything in between. Crash has to stop Neocortex, Entropy, and I won't spoil the rest, but it's the biggest adventure he's had to date. Crash Bandicoot always had a story so utterly bananas that we kind of just rolled with it and spent more time focusing on the collectibles and beating the levels, some of which still haunt me. Don't get me started on those bridges and those damn gaps. Who made this thing so flippin' rickety? I give Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, an A+. To continue a story onwards after all this time in such a colourful way, paying such a special homage to its 24-year legacy, is an absolute win for me, and just what I wanted. I also love the fact they've gone to the extent of creating subplots for the likes of Dingo Dial, who apparently has recently retired from villainy to run his own restaurant, but when it's burned down, is sucked into another dimension, which is just the right kind of mental to make this fanboy very, very happy. Thanks for watching Plot Review. Be sure to subscribe and like the video if you did. Until next time, take care, and be sure to check out my gaming podcast in the description below. Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Man, this thing is truly insane. See what I did there? Oh, it's perfect.